Hey, this is Argo. A lot of my clients are professional services firms, management consulting firms, strategy consulting firms, legal, tax advisory, and a lot of those professional services firms have a mix of people who both sell and deliver consultants. Now, many of those firms value sales ability very highly. If you're good at selling, you'll grow through the ranks faster, you'll get promoted faster, you'll get opportunities the others don't have, you'll basically advance and develop your career in a much faster way. And there's a good reason for that. The mix of great consulting skills and great sales skills is not something that a lot of people possess, and that's a pity. Now, I've been on both sides of the table. I've been a management consultant myself, and I've sold and bought management consulting, strategy consulting, systems integration services. And what I wanted to do is I want to give you a quick overview of some of the key characteristics that I've seen those who succeed in marrying being a great consultant to being a great seller. And I want to give you those characteristics and tell you my observations around how I saw them being different from everybody else. So the number one thing that I see as a difference between those who are great at selling and consulting versus those who are great at consulting but perhaps not so great at selling is they accept they are in sales. They forget about the hang-ups about what sales is supposed to be and the negative image and the negative connotations, and they just accept that part of what they do is selling, and you might as well be good at it. So they have none of those negative connotations about being a salesperson or sales being somehow beneath them or not for them. They really understand that it's part and parcel of their job description. It's part and parcel of what they do. And not only are they okay with it, but they accept that gladly and with open arms, and they enjoy the selling part of their job as much as they do the advisory or consulting part. Number two, they act like chameleons. They're able to vary their style, tone, depending on what the situation calls for. Now, Sears Decisions has an interesting typology of the three roles that professional services salespeople tend to play throughout the sales process. And great sellers, great consultants who are also great sellers, are able to vary and mix up those three roles. The first role is the domain expert, and that's the natural role of a consultant, right? It's where you come in and you share your expertise on a given topic, on a given area, and that's where you really stand out. So anyone who's selling consulting services should first and foremost also be a domain expert. Number two is the strategic orchestrator. They are able to bring together resources from within the organization and lead those as a team and lead the sales development effort with their clients. And number three is the risk alleviator. One of the top 10 factors that our research at Ring Group has shown helps buyers decide to buy from one firm versus another is because the seller helped them avoid the potential pitfalls. This is hugely important. Risk is a hugely important, crucial factor in any B2B sale today. And great consultant sellers understand that. They are able to address those risks up front, and they're able to mitigate those risks or help the client see how they will mitigate or diminish the impact of those risks. Number three, they educate their buyers. Buyers today want to be educated. The biggest differentiator between sellers who win deals and sellers who come in second place is because they educate with new ideas and perspectives. Sellers educate their buyers, and so do great consultants. Four, they build trust into the process. The traditional sales process is broken. It relies on a number of assumptions that are simply no longer true. Buyers make decisions for rational reasons, for example. We know from practice that they don't. The important part in any sales process is to build trust and to build it into the process and grow it as you go through the sales process. In addition to that, great sellers communicate the value of what they are selling, the full value of what they are selling. And this is very important because value is the primary reason why buyers buy. It's not price. It's not because they like a certain seller. It is because the overall value that the seller delivered was perceived as larger than any of their competitors. So successful sellers understand and communicate the full extent of the value that their service, their solution offers to the client. And finally, they minimize uncertainty and they encourage action. Buyers today don't have it easy. We need to make decisions. Buyers need to make decisions on complex sales involving hundreds of thousands up to millions of dollars based on very frequently very little information. A couple of phone calls, a couple of meetings, maybe a proposal, or some additional documentation. That's really all we have to go on. So sellers understand that, and they help buyers minimize uncertainty and take action. Because the number one reason why sales stall today, the number one reason why many sales were lost, is not to a competitor. It's not even to doing things internally, it's to doing nothing at all. And the reason for that is because buyers are fearful of taking a wrong step, of making a wrong decision, and that risk is holding them back from taking action. Great sellers understand that. They're able to encourage a buyer to move forward by minimizing the uncertainty involved in the decision-making process. So there you go, a couple of ways in which I see consultants who are also great sellers act and behave differently from everybody else. Number one, they understand they're in sales, they accept that as a fact of life, and they're comfortable with that. Number two, they act like chameleons. They're able to play these roles as team leaders, as domain experts, as risk alleviators. Number three, they educate their buyers with truly new ideas, breakthrough ideas, and perspectives. Number four, they build trust into the process from start to finish. Number five, they communicate the full value of what they are selling, thereby positioning themselves as the most value-added alternative. And finally, they minimize uncertainty and encourage action from their buyers. As always, if you like this video, if you want to hear more about how to sell professional services, how to close more deals, how to generate more business, how to win more often, sign up for my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I look forward to seeing you in a next video. Until then, take care.